Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I have a jean short shopping guide for you guys. That was a little bit hard with my Invisalign, but I'm going to be trying on and reviewing a lot of different jean shorts throughout this video. I have different price points, and at the end, I'm going to round up my favorites and also my least favorites. So hopefully after you watch this video, you can get an idea on which jean shorts are going to work for you this season. All the denim shorts that I feature in this video will be linked in the description box down below, so you can check that out, and let's get started. So I have two boyfriend styles to try on from Old Navy. These were both featured in my recent Old Navy haul, so if you haven't seen that, I will link it here for you. Full price, these are both under $30, but you know, when it comes to Old Navy, you can always get an extra deal on them, so I'm sure you can save even more money. So these are definitely one of the more affordable options for you guys, so let's try them on. So for the first pair from Old Navy, this is the Boyfriend mid-rise jean short. This is a little bit more of a medium wash. There is some distressing throughout, which is definitely on trend right now. I feel like most jean shorts that you'll find have a little bit of distressing, a little more of a boyfriend style fit. There is quite a bit of cutaway underneath the hemline, so I would definitely avoid throwing these in the dryer, otherwise it might become a little bit of a tangled mess. I just don't see them having a lot of longevity if you do wash and wear them constantly, which if you are washing your jeans and jean shorts every single use, I would recommend not to. Jeans don't really have to be washed as often as tops and things like that. All right, I went ahead and switched my shirt because it was going to be annoying to have to hold it up. So I just did my little knot tie. If you haven't seen my fashion hacks video on how to do that, I'll link it here. So these have the same fit as the last pair. They're just a darker wash and they have different distressing. These definitely have more fraying along the bottom. If you're not a huge fan of that, you can always cut it away. Very easy fix. These also feel a little bit short. I probably, again, wouldn't mind trying on the size 8 just to wear them a little bit lower on my hips. But they do have a very flattering fit. I like the size of the pocket. I think that's a really good size. It's not too small, not too big. It has a good fit through the hips. I like that there's a little bit of room through here. Personally, I'm not a big fan of when shorts fit you like all the way around. I like there to be a little bit of room. But for the price point, I think they're a great option. They're very comfortable. They're very flattering. I like that there's a little bit of room through there. Personally, I would probably snip some of this fraying away, but overall, I'm pretty happy with the overall fit of these shorts. For the price point, these jean shorts are very comfortable. They're a little bit stretchy. They do have quite a bit of distressing. This does have a 3-inch inseam, so for some they will probably be too short. I think comparing them to my favorite shorts, they just seem a little shorter just because there's no fraying on the end. I have a feeling these are not going to make it to next season, so I would basically buy these and just assume that they're gonna last through the summer, and then you'll probably need to replace them next year, especially with all of the distressing through the bottom hemline. They do have a stretchy fit, so they don't gap a ton in the back. I mean, I have room, but they're not like floating around my waist, which I do appreciate. So overall, I think this is a good option. I have one pair of jean shorts to try on with you guys from Loft. I did feature these in my Loft haul, so I'll link that here if you missed it. These do not have any distressing, so if you are very picky on distressing or if you want to avoid that, these have a little bit of a cleaner look. They have a very slight fraying on the end, but overall they're pretty clean jean shorts. They're just a little bit of like a cut texture through here. One thing I do want to point out on these, I'm not sure if my particular pair just came like this or if this is the design of it, so I just wanted to point it out. Both sides do have the pocket folded over. I honestly just think they're not technically supposed to be like that, so you may want to take an iron and flatten that out if that bothers you. I honestly wouldn't bother, but just a detail that I wanted to point out. So here is the Loft short, and just FYI, every single pair of Loft denim that I've tried, they do stretch out with wear, so keep that in mind. If you get a pair that's snug right away, I would just keep them on a little bit and see how they kind of stretch out. If you're looking for a short that doesn't have a ton of distressing and has a little more length, this is probably going to be your favorite pair out of the options that I have to share with you. Out of the bunch though, this is not my personal favorite pair. I would like them to be a little bit more higher rise. I do like the fraying through here, but I'm not a huge fan of the fit in the back as much. I prefer them to have a little more of like a looser boyfriend style fit. They definitely gap a good amount on me. As you can see, they're like gapping about an inch, if not more, in the back. And I know that that's just going to stretch out even worse with wear. And you may be like, well, maybe you need to size down. That would be a solution. However, I don't really like how fitted they already are, the size 6. So a size down would probably be even more fitted. And personally, I just like to have a little more of a boyfriend style fit. I have 3 different pairs of jean shorts from Target to try on with you guys. I actually bought the same style in 2 different sizes just to compare and show you guys how different sizes may fit. My usual sizing is either a 4 or a 6 depending on the brand, but when it comes to jean shorts, most of the time I'm a 6. Sometimes I even like to size up to an 8 just because I do prefer a looser fit. So from Target, these are the high-rise midi shorts, and I was drawn to these because they seem to have a little bit of a looser, longer fit in the leg. This does have a 4-inch inseam, and I got the size 6. They do have a little bit of like a almost dirty type of green undertone, which is something I typically steer away from when it comes to jeans. They are very stretchy, so I'm really excited to try these on. These are definitely a little more thin and lightweight. They also do have a pretty good length. They don't feel as shorty short, especially compared to the Old Navy. I feel like style-wise, these are very similar to Abercrombie, especially like with the distressing and overall look. I would say if Abercrombie is out of your price point, this will give you that look for less. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of with these, and it could just be the particular pair that I have, is they're kind of bunching very strangely through here, and I think it's just based on the distressing. There's not a ton of support in the denim through there, so that just looks a little bit sloppy back there on both sides. Never thought we would be like up in my butt like this on YouTube, but you know, it's important stuff to mention. And then the other pair I picked up from Universal Thread. This is the high-rise shorty shorts, although don't let that fool you. They don't look super short. I mean, I have seen some very, you know, shorty shorts. These have a slight stretch to them, not as much in the waist as the last pair. And I did get both a 4 and a 6, so let's try these on. All right, so this is the Target pair, and I have to say, I'm a pretty big fan of these. It has elements of the pair from Loft that I did like, but also the elements that I kind of was missing out of that pair as well. They're a lot more high-rise actually, which I do like. The Loft pair kind of hit me mid-muffin. So I like that these go all the way up and over. They have pretty much the same length as the Loft pair, and they also have, again, that type of uniform fraying that I like. These are a little bit longer and a little more casual looking, not as perfectly clean as the Loft pair, but overall, I like that there's not a ton of distressing. I also really like that they have that little bit of room through here, unlike the Loft pair that kind of came in like this. Just personally, I like to have that more of a casual look, if I haven't emphasized that enough. So on their own, these don't gap. I can definitely like pull a good amount of fabric through there, but they have a good amount of stretch, so they kind of go back in place. So overall, a really good fit through the hips, and I like the somewhat more boyfriend casual style in the pocket. Comparing them to the Old Navy, the pocket is a little bit smaller, and they're also thicker. They feel a little bit better quality than the Old Navy. So between the two, I do like the Target so far better than the Old Navy options. These shorts retail for $17.99, so already a better price point than the Old Navy unless you find those on sale. Sadly, I only have one pair from American Eagle to share with you guys. They were very, very limited on their sizing and selection on the styles that I was drawn to. This is the 90s boyfriend mid-length short, and I did get my normal size 6. And these definitely have probably the most length out of any other short that I have to share. Full price, they retail for $49.95, but you can usually find a little bit of a sale, maybe up to 30% off at American Eagle. They do have quite a bit of distressing, probably more distressing than most of the other pairs that I do have to share. Out of all the options, these feel the lightest. So there's just not as heavy of a denim texture. They're very lightweight. So if you are in a hotter climate, that may be a selling point for you. So these are by far the most casual boyfriend style fit that I have to share with you, but they're also by far the most comfortable. They have a very kind of flowy casual fit. Even though they are very flowy, they also are still very figure flattering. I think it just kind of balances out your hips and thighs. So instead of having like an upside down kind of triangle shape that some jean shorts can give you, these actually have more of a reverse triangle or more A-line shape. Sorry if I lost you there, but I just think they're very balanced and flattering. And like I mentioned, they are definitely the most comfortable. They are a very lightweight material, stretchy. There is definitely plenty of room. So I do have on the 6 in these. I probably would have been perfectly okay in the 4 because I do have plenty of extra room. But at the same time, for this type of look, I don't mind having like that extra casual comfy fit. So I wouldn't expect these to make it probably to next season just based on how kind of vulnerable the edges feel. And I personally wouldn't be a fan of these once like this fraying kind of thinned out. I wouldn't want this just to be open like that. So that would probably be the end of their lifespan for me. I only have one pair from Walmart to share with you guys. Again, sizing was very limited. I was hoping to try out a pair, like a couple from Sofia Vergara, but my size was out in every single style. So I did pick up this jean short from Scoop. These full price retail for $22, so around the same price point as the Target and Old Navy. Again, like I mentioned with the other pair, this does have a little teeny bit of a green undertone through the distressing right here. It's probably not picking up on camera, and it's just like a very nitpicky thing, but something I wanted to point out with these shorts. Right, so here is the Walmart short, and oddly, they fit very big. I actually have the 4 in these, and I would say they so far have fit bigger than any of the size 6s that I've tried on. They are floating in the back, so there's definitely quite a bit of gapping through there. They're very stretchy and again more of like a thinner jean short, so they aren't as heavy and thick, so they'd be comfortable to sit in. So if you are looking at these, depending on the fit you want, you may want to size down. I went with a 4 and I'm typically more of a 6 in shorts. Abercrombie is probably one of the most popular places to pick up jean shorts. They have a ton of different styles and washes and fits. So I got 2 pairs of the mom shorts. The biggest difference between these is again the distressing, and then I got 2 different styles for the high-rise short. So I got my normal size 6 and then also a size 8 to try on with you guys. Full price Abercrombie shorts typically run around $60. But they have been doing a lot of sales lately, so you can typically pick these up for anywhere from 25 to 50% off. Just going off the, like my initial thoughts on the quality of the Abercrombie shorts, they definitely have more of a true like jean short feel, a little bit thicker, a little bit tougher of a material, and a little less stretch than the Old Navy, Target, and Loft pairs. So if you're looking for something a little more like a true denim, so far this has been the closest option. I'd say I'm a huge fan of these from the front, but something about the fit in the back isn't quite working for me. I'll point out why when we get there. But as far as how the front looks, I do love the overall shape of these. I like the length, I like the fraying. I like a little bit of the distressing, it's not overwhelming. I have on my normal size 6, and out of all the pairs that I've tried on, these are definitely the tightest fitting size 6. So I would say the 6 fits perfectly, but if you are in between, to definitely size up. There's no natural gapping through there. These are definitely so far the highest waisted option. The biggest thing throwing me off with these is I think this slit through here. It's just causing this to look a little flared and almost awkward. And like if you sit, do you see how that kind of just like flares up? And then the second thing I feel like is a little bit off is the pocket placement. They are very high and off to the side a little bit. Like they just seem a little more in towards the front than they need to be. And then of course like the wedgie is not ideal either, but it's definitely giving me a major wedgie. All right, so here's the size 8, and the exact same short is just like buckling really badly, and I feel like they just make me look extremely like flat back there. They're definitely not doing anything for my hips. And in case you're wondering, these are also giving me a major wedgie situation, so I think it's just how they're cut on me. So I have to say I'm pretty bummed in the 2 pairs I got from Abercrombie, and maybe I just did not get the right style. So if you have a style from Abercrombie you love, let me know. I was very limited on like my size, so maybe I'll recheck and see if there's any other pairs to try, but the 2 I have I'm just not impressed with. So this is the high-rise mom short. I am wearing the size 8. I will throw on the size 6, but I'm just not a huge fan of these. I feel like my butt is literally hanging out, especially on this side, and I just think it looks very sloppy and messy. I'm not a big fan of the bottom. Just looks like, honestly, a shark bit it. So I'm definitely more of a fan of this side of the shorts. It just looks a lot cleaner than the other, but I don't like how these are flared out the most out of any other short option. I feel like my butt's kind of hanging out. Unfortunately, this is a fail for me, but let me know if you have a style from Abercrombie that you love. And keep in mind too, this is just how they work on my body. We all have different bodies, so some people they can work perfectly on. It's just not the style for me. If you've been following me for a little while, you know my favorite jean short, at least before this video, has been the A Goldie, so of course I had to include these. I bought these last year. They are definitely the most expensive option that I have to share with you today. These retail for $128. I was initially very hesitant to spend that much on jean shorts because I typically buy jean shorts every year because I'm never truly satisfied with the ones that I have. So I feel like it was kind of scary to spend that much money on jean shorts. But I have to say, so far, I really haven't been tempted to even try on other pairs. This is just my go-to jean short. I love the quality. Out of any that I've tried, it has the most flattering fit. I love this is a little bit of a lighter wash. Sizing can be a little bit tricky for these, just depending on the overall look you're going for. I actually ended up sizing down, so I have a 27 in these. My normal size 28 definitely had more of a looser boyfriend style fit. So if that's more of the fit you want, I would recommend to get your normal size. But if you want something that looks like fitted but still not too tight, especially on the thighs, then I would recommend to size down a half size. Personally, I actually bought both sizes just because I had heard so much variety when it came to sizing recommendations. So if you have that as an option, I would just go ahead and order 2 sizes and return the one that doesn't work for you. So here we have the A Goldie shorts. These are still by far my #1 favorite out of the bunch, even after trying on all of these. And I know they are a splurge, but for me, cost per wear, I have worn these and reached for them for over the last year now. So for me, I could definitely justify the price, but I know they're not in everyone's price point. So I hope you found a pair that you love. So I do have on the size 27. I actually, if you want to see how the 28 looks on me, if you're in between sizes or if you're the same size as me, if you go to my Instagram, which is Strawberry Chic XO, I have a highlight on my profile and I think it's called A Goldie, and you can see I have on both the 27 and the 28 in that highlight. So I do like that this pair has a very casual look, but it's not overly distressed. There's just a little bit through here. And I also really like the soft fraying on the hemline. I feel like that just kind of softens the hemline on shorts. So I'm a big fan of that look. So this is the kind of fit that I like. It's not too tight underneath the hip, but it also isn't flaring out a ton, and I don't feel like my butt's coming right out. These just feel a little bit longer to me, even though they may not be. And it could just be a part of that fraying, I'm not sure. I have a little bit of room through here, but it doesn't gap naturally. Like if I pull it out, it's not gonna stay there, which I feel like is what you're looking for. It's nice to have that room because when you go to sit, you'll need that extra room. You don't want it to be skin tight through there, but you also don't want it to hang out there. So I like that these kind of keep their shape. So yeah, still definitely my #1 fave, but I will always be on the lookout for similar, more affordable options for you guys as well. So I'd love to know which pair you liked the best or what your favorite pair of jean shorts are down in the comments below. If there's any other styles or brands I need to try, definitely let me know because I would love to continue looking for some great pairs for you guys. Obviously, my #1 favorite is still the A Goldie, but as far as affordable options, I really liked the Target Universal Thread style, and I also did like the American Eagle short as well. Definitely give you different looks depending on what you're going for, but out of the bunch, those were my 2 more affordable favorites for you guys. I would say I was pretty disappointed in the Abercrombie shorts, but like I said, I only tried 2 styles, so maybe there are other styles that I need to try. I just know they are one of the most popular brands to get jean shorts from year after year, so I feel like I should try a couple other options, but so far I wasn't impressed, which makes me sad because I think they are good quality for the price point. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review on these jean shorts. If there are other styles you want me to try, definitely let me know. I can do part 2. And like I mentioned, all of the shorts in today's video will be linked in the description box. And I also have a blog post kind of summarizing and rounding up all of this information for you guys. So I will link that down below as well. Stay tuned. I do have a Target and Walmart try-on haul coming up really soon. So if you want to be notified when those go up, just hit that notification bell down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.